Welcome to Mystery Chronicles, where we dive deep into some of the most intriguing and mysterious stories from around the world. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The ocean, vast and unforgiving. Yet for centuries, humans have sought to tame its wildness, to navigate its treacherous currents, and to guide others through its dark embrace. Lighthouses, steadfast sentinels, stand as testaments to this enduring struggle. Beacons of hope, piercing through the darkest storms, they offer a lifeline to mariners navigating treacherous waters. But what happens when the light goes out? When the keepers, those who tend the flame and ensure safe passage, vanish without a trace? This is the chilling tale of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse, a lonely sentinel standing guard amidst the wild waves of the North Atlantic. Isolated, windswept, and shrouded in an eerie silence, the Flannan Isles have long been steeped in folklore and superstition. Legends whispered by generations of Scottish islanders speak of a place where the veil between worlds wears thin. December 1900. Winter descends upon the Hebrides. The Atlantic roars with fury. Waves crash against rocky shores. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse stands sentinel. Its beam cuts through rain and wind. But something is amiss. The light has gone dark. Days turn into nights. Concern grows on the mainland. The Hesperus sets sail to investigate. What they find chills even seasoned sailors. The lighthouse stands defiant. Yet, of its keepers, there is no sign. West of the outer Hebrides, adrift in the turbulent North Atlantic, lie the Flannan Isles, a scattering of 7 jagged peaks. These desolate islands are sculpted by the relentless assault of wind and wave. Their beauty is harsh, their allure tinged with an undeniable sense of foreboding. For centuries, sailors have given these islands a wide berth, whispering tales of treacherous currents and unpredictable storms that could swallow a ship whole. The islands are home to a variety of seabirds, their cries echoing across the empty cliffs, a haunting symphony for the few who dared to venture close. It is here, on the highest point of this windswept rock, that the Flannan Isles Lighthouse was erected, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. The lighthouse stands as a beacon of hope amidst the churning waters. The late 19th century marked a period of great expansion in maritime trade. Ships, laden with goods and passengers, traversed the globe, connecting distant continents and fueling the engine of a burgeoning global economy. Yet, with this surge in seafaring came an increased risk, as the crowd's treacherous waters around the British Isles claimed countless vessels, their wrecks swallowed by the unforgiving waves. The need for a reliable system of navigation became paramount, and lighthouses, those solitary sentinels of the sea, took on an even greater significance. The decision to build a lighthouse on the remote Flannan Isles was not taken lightly. The challenges were immense. The islands were notoriously difficult to access, battered by fierce storms that could rage for days on end. And so, in 1899, after years of planning and construction, the Flannan Isles Lighthouse was completed. The life of a lighthouse keeper was one of solitude and dedication. Tasked with guiding ships through darkness, these men lived in isolation, confined to the lighthouse and its rocky islet. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse required a crew of 3 for continuous operation. Every few weeks, a relief vessel brought supplies and rotated the keepers. These men were hardy, accustomed to the harsh realities of life at sea. They understood the weight of their responsibility. Their world was one of routine, vigilance, and constant monitoring. The year 1900 was drawing to a close, the days growing shorter, the nights longer and colder. On the remote Flannan Isles, the harsh realities of winter were ever present. The lighthouse keepers on Eileen Moor carried out their duties with unwavering dedication. On December 15th, a sense of unease settled upon those monitoring the lighthouse. The light, usually a reassuring beacon, was out. At first, this was attributed to the heavy storms, but this time it remained extinguished for an unusual length of time. The Hesperus received urgent instructions to investigate. The Hesperus, under the command of Captain James Harvey, approached Island Moor on the morning of December 26th. The storm had subsided, leaving behind a heavy swell and a sky still thick with the threat of rain. As the vessel drew closer to the island, a sense of foreboding settled upon the crew. The lighthouse, usually a beacon of light and activity, stood eerily silent. Captain Harvey, a seasoned sailor with years of experience navigating the treacherous waters around the Hebrides, ordered his crew to sound the ship's horn repeatedly, hoping to elicit a response from the lighthouse keepers. Their efforts were met with an unsettling silence. Growing increasingly concerned, Captain Harvey dispatched a small landing party led by the lighthouse relief keeper Joseph Moore to investigate the situation firsthand. As Moore and his men scrambled ashore, the gravity of the situation became apparent. The landing crane was still secured in its lower position. None of the keepers had left the island. Moore was met with an eerie stillness. The wind howled, but an unnatural silence prevailed. The door to the lighthouse stood ajar. Inside, furniture was overturned, and supplies were scattered. There was no sign of the keepers. Their beds were untouched, coats and boots still hanging. A meal lay half-eaten, now cold and unappetizing. The scene that greeted Joseph Moore and his men was both eerie and perplexing. The keeper's disappearance defied easy explanation. It was as if they had simply vanished into thin air. The logbook meticulously kept by the keepers, provided the last written record of their presence. The final entry, dated December 15th, simply stated, "Storm ended, sea calm, God is over all." This cryptic message, with its unusual tone of somber piety, only deepened the mystery. The overturned furniture, the half-eaten meal, the chilling silence, all hinted at a sudden and unexplained event that had overtaken the keepers with terrifying speed. Yet, something had transpired on that desolate rock, something that defied rational explanation. News of the keeper's disappearance spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination of the public and sparking a flurry of speculation. The remote location, the eerie circumstances, and the lack of any definitive answers provided fertile ground for theories, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Some clung to the belief that a rogue wave, a towering wall of water capable of swallowing a man whole, had swept the keepers from the rocks. Others whispered of ancient legends, of the mythical creatures said to inhabit the waters around the islands. Had the keepers fallen victim to the supernatural forces long rumored to haunt these waters? Over a century has passed since the keepers vanished from the Flannan Isles Lighthouse, but their story continues to captivate and intrigue. Despite numerous investigations, countless theories, and the tireless efforts of both amateur and professional sleuths, the mystery remains unsolved. Books, documentaries, and even songs have been dedicated to unraveling the secrets of the Flannan Isles, each offering its own interpretation of events. The lighthouse itself, now automated and unmanned, stands as a silent sentinel, a stark reminder of the fragility of human life in the face of the vast and unforgiving power of the sea. And as the waves continue to crash against the rocky shores of Eileen Moor, the whispers of the deep continue to murmur their secrets. The human mind, eternally curious, abhors a vacuum, especially when filled with the unsettling silence of unanswered questions. The disappearance of the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers continues to fascinate us because it offers no easy answers. We are drawn to the unknown, to the shadows that dance at the edges of our understanding. The lack of a definitive explanation allows us to project our own fears onto the blank canvas of the unknown. Some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. The enduring fascination with the Flannan Isles mystery can also be attributed to its ability to capture the imagination and transport us to a realm where reality blurs with the supernatural. The isolated setting, the desolate beauty of the islands, and the ever-present power of the sea all contribute to an atmosphere of unease and suspense. We are drawn into a world where the ordinary rules of logic and reason seem to bend and distort. A world where the whispers of the wind might carry the voices of long-lost souls. The Flannan Isles case has inspired countless creative interpretations, from haunting poems and chilling short stories to gripping novels, and even theatrical productions. Each artist, each storyteller brings their own unique perspective to the mystery, weaving a tapestry of fear, intrigue, and wonder. Though the Flannan Isles Lighthouse now stands empty, its automated beam a lonely sentinel in the vast expanse of the North Atlantic, the story of its vanished keepers continues to resonate. The mystery serves as a stark reminder of the power of nature, of the unpredictable forces that govern our world, and the fragility of human life in the face of such overwhelming might. But it also speaks to our enduring fascination with the unexplained, our innate desire to make sense of the world around us, even when confronted with the inexplicable. The echoes of the Flannan Isles mystery can be felt in the countless tales of maritime disappearances that continue to grip our collective imagination. And as long as the wind whispers through the crumbling walls of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse, the memory of those vanished keepers will endure.